Hello, everyone. Welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Here are the bold and the beautiful spoilers for Friday, November 14th, 2025. What to expect on The Bold and the Beautiful. On Thursday's all-new episode, Luna Lisa Yamada continued to spiral after a social media post that implied that Will Moro and Electra Linnea Grace moved into Bill's Don Diamond Beach house together. While it's true that Electra will be spending a great deal of time at Will's new home, Luna jumped to an incorrect conclusion because of a delusion she can't let go of. She truly believes that Will wants to build a future with her and their unborn child. On Friday's episode, Luna plans her escape, something viewers may have surmised after seeing a laundry cart not too subtly introduced into the scene. It's clear that Luna will somehow devise a way to use that as her method of transport to freedom. There hasn't been much clarification on Luna's sentencing or how long she'll actually remain in prison. Will there be a trial? Is she already convicted? None of it is clear, and that may be by design. If there isn't much explanation about the length of her stay, it's easier to write her path to liberation. Nobody truly remains in prison or faces any real consequences on this show. Luna's grandmother, Sheila Kimberlin Brown, is a shining example of that. She skirted around the justice system more times than one can count, and now she's a free woman, interacting with her victims on a daily basis. It's not a matter of if Luna will return to the outside world, but when. Thanks to the social media update, Luna knows exactly where to find Will, and it's almost a sweet irony that it's the same location as her previous crime spree. Luna has nothing to lose. She's completely unpredictable because of her growing desperation. Her first instinct is to resort to violence to get what she wants, and she's killed before. In Luna's eyes, Electra is the largest current obstacle standing in the way of her ready-made fairy tale family with Will. She won't hesitate to pull the trigger, and although Electra's victim act has grown stale and her death would send shockwaves through all of Los Angeles, it feels unnecessary. Her entire character arc can't be an endless cycle of torture. It's time for her to feel a little less one-dimensional. Steffy and Finn's calm before the storm. Friday will feature Steffy Jacqueline Innes-Wood and Finn Tanner Novlin getting romantic, and it feels like a final moment of passion before their life gets entirely turned upside down. Despite promising to ensure Luna remains in prison for the rest of her life, Steffy couldn't have prepared for her stepdaughter's impending prison escape. Luna's arrival on Steffy and Finn's doorstep feels inevitable, and although Steffy's first impulse will be to turn her away and send her back to jail, Finn might be conflicted. After all, Luna's carrying Finn's grandchild, and he's showing an inability to keep his distance from his maniacal family members in the past. Luna's a master manipulator, and she has proven that she's not above using her baby to toy with emotions. Steffy and Finn have survived innumerable traumas, but it's unclear how many more times they can be on the brink of death and disaster before they crumble under the pressure. How many times can Steffy jet off to Europe for an extended stay, leaving Finn and Liam Scott Clifton an ocean away from their children? Luna has the potential to break a couple that's had their feet to the fire far more times than most. In a time when many couples like Brooke Catherine Kelly Lang and Ridge Torsten Kay, Hope Annika Noel and Liam, or Bill and Katie Heather Tom have found their way back to each other, Steffy and Finn could find themselves on shaky ground. The baby is the biggest wild card in the ordeal because Luna will use that child as a bargaining chip to the fullest extent. It's entirely possible that Steffy and Finn's night of romance goes without any hiccups. However, Luna's escape is real, and it's happening, and Steffy made a lot of threats when she believed Luna would never see the light of day. Her words may come back to haunt her, and whether she's kidnapped for a third time, shot like her ex-husband, or murdered in cold blood like Deacon Sean Kanan buddies, there's a certain sense of doom surrounding the fate of Steffy and Finn's happiness. November 14th on The Bold and the Beautiful is shaping up to be one of those rare, deliciously tense episodes that reminds fans exactly why this decades-old soap still dominates daytime TV. With Luna's desperation intensifying, Steffy and Finn's picture-perfect world showing cracks, and multiple characters quietly moving into position like chess pieces, the upcoming episode is packed with intrigue, emotional shockwaves, and a few moments that will have fans yelling at the screen. Below is a full breakdown of the major what-to-watch moments for November 14th and why each storyline is about to explode. Luna plots her escape, but can she outrun the truth? Luna Nozawa has always been portrayed as a smart, gentle soul, someone whose empathy often outweighs her instincts for self-preservation. But the situation she's been trapped in lately has pushed her past the breaking point. Ever since Poppy's past choices, hidden family entanglements, and Zen's relentless, morally murky fixation on her collided to form one giant emotional cage, Luna has felt more trapped than ever. Now it seems she's finally ready to do something bold. Run. Luna's breaking point. While Luna has tried to maintain peace between Ridge, Zen, RJ, Poppy, and even the disapproving layers of the Forrester family tree, she's reached the moment where she believes staying in Los Angeles might permanently cost her sanity and possibly her safety. She's been second-guessing everyone around her. Zen's almost obsessive attention. Poppy's anxiety masked, secrets spilling out in slow motion. The Forrester prestige morphing into pressure. And RJ's heartbreaking inability to protect her from the forces closing in. November 14th is when all these threads tighten around her like a rope. The secret phone call. Viewers will finally see Luna receive a mysterious phone call from someone in her past. A call that rattles her so deeply, she begins packing a bag moments later. Whether the call comes from someone connected to Poppy's former life, or a person who knows something about Luna's paternity, the shock value is immense. Luna's trembling hands as she zips her suitcase are not just an emotional detail, they're a sign that she's no longer afraid of leaving everything behind. She's afraid of what will happen if she stays. Her escape plan isn't foolproof. True to soap opera fashion, Luna's escape attempt isn't simple. RJ shows up at the worst possible time. Zen, sensing her distance, becomes more intense than ever. Even Poppy, who's been a questionable source of support, inadvertently complicates Luna's plans by pushing for family unity at the exact wrong moment. Luna's struggle is not just one of survival, it's psychological. Will she slip out before anyone realizes? Or will her attempt trigger a confrontation that exposes the full truth she's been running from? May 14th not give fans all the answers, but it absolutely sets the fuse ablaze. Steffy and Finn, a perfect life with one dangerous crack down the middle. While Luna's story is all about escape, Steffy and Finn's is about slow-building danger. Their marriage has been celebrated as one of the most stable relationships on The Bold and the Beautiful. But this is a soap. Nothing gold stays gold. And on November 14th, that tension becomes unavoidable. Steffy's fear returns. Steffy has spent months trying to reclaim stability, routine, and emotional safety after everything with Sheila. While she's strong, she's also haunted, because trauma isn't fixed with a single hug, a single promise, or even a single death. Lately, she's sensed something in the air. A shift. A threat unseen, but felt. November 14th opens with Steffy experiencing one of these emotional tremors. Her instincts flare, the same instincts that once saved her life from John Finnegan's unhinged biological mother. She doesn't know why she feels danger, but she feels it. Finn keeps a secret. Again, Finn tries to reassure her, but he's doing that thing Steffy hates, keeping something from her to protect her. If Finn learned anything from their previous conflicts, it's that secrets involving Sheila Carter always come back to destroy everything. Yet, here he is, hiding something. And it's big. Finn has received new information regarding Sheila, an update he isn't ready to share. While Steffy leans into emotional vulnerability, Finn leans into heroic protector mode. It's a mismatch that opens a fault line in their marriage. Why Finn's worry matters. Finn isn't just worried about danger. He's worried about himself, his priorities shifting, his moral compass wobbling, and the uncomfortable truth that part of him still wonders if Sheila can truly be gone forever. This doubt, buried under layers of "I'm fine," is exactly what Steffy senses. And she knows better than anyone. When Finn hides something, disaster isn't far behind. A storm brewing at Forrester Creations. Outside the personal drama, Forrester Creations becomes the battlefield for several characters whose storylines are on the verge of colliding. Ridge notices the tension. Ridge is many things: impulsive, prideful, dramatic, but he's also deeply perceptive. On November 14th, he senses something is off with Luna and begins quietly asking questions. Ridge's concern is not only paternal toward RJ, he sees something else in Luna's behavior: fear. And Ridge Forrester doesn't ignore fear. Zend crosses a dangerous line. Zend, unable to handle Luna slipping through his fingers emotionally, escalates his attempts to get close to her. His jealousy of RJ becomes the fuel for increasingly questionable behavior. November 14th hints at Zend doing something he might not be able to take back, something that further pushes Luna toward fleeing. A line once crossed changes everything. Poppy's panic spills over. For once, Poppy's usually carefree, love and Lotus persona cracks. She becomes frantic, dropping vague hints about the past she desperately wanted to keep buried. Her desperation is so intense that Ridge, Brooke, and even Carter sense something's wrong. Poppy's downfall begins here, and Luna knows it. Finn receives a warning that shakes him to his core. Just as Luna's storyline pushes her toward escape, Finn's storyline pushes him toward a dread he can't ignore. The warning arrives. A phone call Finn hoped would never come arrives on November 14th, and the moment he hears the voice on the other end of the line, his blood runs cold. This warning suggests that Steffy's fear isn't paranoia. Someone is watching. Someone is waiting. And Finn must figure out whether the threat is tied to his mother's past or something far more unexpected. Finn's inner battle intensifies. He wants to run home and tell Steffy everything, but he stops himself. Finn believes he must first understand the threat before he burdens her with it. But secrecy, even when well-intentioned, is a disaster waiting to happen. Steffy will feel betrayed. The truth will come out. And whatever this threat is, it's growing. Steffy confronts her fear head-on. While Finn grapples with his secret, Steffy chooses action. She refuses to sit quietly in fear. Steffy's fierce resolve. She visits Forrester Creations with the energy fans love from her. Bold, driven, unyielding. She wants answers from Ridge, from Brooke, from security teams, and yes, even from Finn. When Steffy fears for her children, nothing and no one stands in her way. A shocking moment in her office. Alone in her office, Steffy hears something that sends her heart racing. A whisper, a shadow, a presence just outside sight. Whether it's real or imagined, Steffy's reaction is visceral. And viewers know, Steffy's intuition rarely lies. Luna's fate takes a sudden turn. Throughout the episode, Luna's escape plan builds momentum until everything comes to a head. RJ walks in at the wrong time. RJ unexpectedly arrives just as Luna is about to leave. Their emotional exchange is gut-wrenching. He sees the suitcase. He sees the fear. And for the first time, he realizes he can't protect her the way he believed he could. But instead of stopping her, RJ must face a painful truth. He might lose her forever. Zend intensifies the confrontation. Before Luna can get out the door, Zend appears, and the air becomes charged with tension. Zend demands answers. Luna tries to maintain her composure. RJ steps between them, escalating the confrontation. This combustible moment is the climax of the episode, and it completely reshapes their dynamic. The final scene. Two stories collide. The beauty of November 14th is how the episode subtly mirrors Luna's storyline with Steffy and Finn's growing danger. Both involve secrets, fear, pursuit, unseen threats. And in the final moments, these storylines run in parallel for maximum impact. Luna makes a run for it. Under the cover of evening, Luna slips away, her bag in hand, tears in her eyes, her future uncertain. She doesn't look back. It's a haunting moment for fans who have watched her inch toward this breaking point. Steffy receives a life-changing message. Just as Luna runs into the unknown, Steffy receives a message that freezes her in place. Something urgent, something terrifying, something connected to Finn's secret. The episode ends on Steffy's expression: shock, fear, disbelief, and fans are left stunned. November 14th is the bold, and the beautiful episode is all about suspense, emotional unraveling, and the beginning of two seismic shifts. Luna's desperate escape, which will have massive consequences for RJ, Zend, and Poppy. Steffy and Finn's tightening danger, which threatens their happiness, security, and possibly even their lives. This is not just a transitional episode, it's the spark before the explosion.